Warning! Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to the PreStream podcast. I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to a brand new streaming week. That is right. Another full-on week of streams and fun here on DSPGaming. And I hope you guys are in a good mood. When you're ready for a loaded PreStream podcast, we got a bunch to talk about. Excuse me. Including some interesting gaming news and some not so interesting gaming news. Bleh, tongue twister. That I'll be focusing on. Big updates to my streaming schedule in regards to what you guys can actually expect this week coming up here on the channel. With some interesting stuff, to say the least. Okay? Excuse me. So welcome. Welcome back. Today is Wednesday the 20th. Of April 2022. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, today is 420. 420. So as you guys are lighting up your doobs, hitting the spliff, partaking in the sticky icky, I hope that you guys are safe with all of that activity. Don't overdo it, okay? And don't drive. Too many people out here do that. I'm serious. Too many people out here in Washington State, they smoke up in their cars. Like, dude, it's the same as drunk driving. It's the same shit. You're impairing yourself. Do that shit at home where it's safe. Stay the fuck off the roads because you're going to get someone killed. Okay? But anyway. Welcome, everyone, to the PreStream podcast. This is going to be a good one. We have a lot to talk about. Just so much. I'm coming back off my day off, so we've got the Phil's Day Off segment. Although, admittedly, today I don't have too much to talk about in the Phil's Day Off segment. But still some interesting stuff. Excuse me. And it should be a good day. As you can hear, yes, my allergies are bothering me. My eyes, my throat, allergies suck. And I got them. I've had them for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and they're still pretty bad here. Everything is still blooming. Luckily for me today, it's more cloudy and rainy outside, so hopefully it won't be that bad, but it's still bothering me. Okay? Ugh. So, where do we start? Where do you start on a day back like today? With so much to talk about, right? Man, I don't even know. Hey, I know where to start. We'll start off with Monday. The end of my last streaming week. To talk a little bit about what happened on Monday night's stream. Follow up on that and explain how I'm going to change it, alright? So, on Monday night, we started up something interesting and different. You guys wanted to see some variety on the streams. We had beaten Kirby in the Forgotten Land earlier in the week, and there was an opening for a new late-night chill-style stream, okay? And so, I said, hey, we got a ton of stuff open on Game Pass that we've already tried out, and maybe you guys would like to see me follow up on it and play it more. So I did an open poll on my main channel page right here on DSPGaming in the community tab, where you guys voted for about 2.5 days on what Game Pass game you would like to see me play on Monday night stream. And our plan was that we were going to play each one and rotate around so there's not too much of any one game. And if you liked it, then we could play a game again. Okay? So the options were big variety. You had Serious Sam 4, I Am Fish, The Forgotten Cities Final Ending, which takes about 2 hours to do, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, and Outer Wilds. Well, overwhelmingly, the poll ended up being for the Outer Wilds. Now, I played the Outer Wilds before. I played it once during a late-night exploratory stream on Xbox Game Pass, where we played it for about like 45 minutes to an hour. And we found out that what the game is, it's a Groundhog-like Day scenario where you're in space, okay? You're on a planet, and you basically explore this galaxy trying to find mysteries and different hidden things like plot lines and what happened to this person who was exploring the galaxy. Oh, there's hints that there was another alien race here. What's going on with them? There's alien creatures you could run into and stuff. So, you explore for 20 minutes, and then the galaxy goes supernova, and everything resets. Now, the good news is any data that you've discovered during that 20 minutes of exploring gets retained within your ship's log. So you have these ongoing quest lines of things to look for on the various different planets in the solar system that you can investigate, okay? So, The game doesn't tell you what to do, but it's definitely a game that lends itself to insane amounts of open exploration. Discovery on your own. Oh, I've discovered a new cave. Oh, I discovered a new plot line. I discovered this. I discovered that. Okay? So, seems interesting. And it is interesting. I think the game is quite good, actually. So much so that when we did a Game Pass marathon after that initial Game Pass exploration stream, I also actually played the game again. I played it for roughly about another 45 minutes to an hour in that marathon. Okay? However, after being voted into a late night stream on Monday night and checking out this game, we quickly realized something that basically made it that the game wasn't as appealing as originally I thought it might be. The game really requires your attention in a major way, and here's what I mean by that. Since you have to do anything you're going to do in this game within a 20-minute time frame, because then the game resets itself, okay? You could be right in the middle of doing something important. Oh, I'm in a location, a base, and I'm learning all this data, I'm reading logs, and I'm grabbing items. Oh, reset. Son of a bitch. Now I got to go back there and start over. It's annoying. Okay, especially like there was one planet where there's a bunch of sand caves, and the caves actually fill up with sand over time. So if you don't know to go all the way to the bottom of the caves right away, you basically have to do an entire day again. It's another 20 to 30 minutes to wait to go back there and do it again. It's kind of annoying in that regard. If you're someone who's sitting around playing the game for yourself, oh, I'm just sitting here relaxing tonight, having a drink. Oh, I'm playing the game. Oh, this is cool. I'll just keep going back and I'll try to hit up new things the next run, right? Great. But when you're trying to play for an audience, that's a different story, especially because, as you guys know, I make my late night chill streams just that. Chill interactions and fun, and usually a situation where we can interact and talk a lot. There's some exceptions to that, but in general, the late night streams are meant to be more relaxing streams, not mainstream streams where the games are demanding all of my attention and I need to make a certain amount of progress every stream and stuff like that. Instead, they're more laid back. People like that. People come to the late streams for the laid back kind of gameplay, okay? Now, that being said, I'm not saying Outer Wilds is a bad game at all. In fact, I said as much in my gameplay. I said, I actually think this game is quite good. However, is it really a game for a late night chill stream when I have to literally be playing like this? We gotta hurry. We got 20 minutes. Let's go. We're flying to the planet. We're landing. Oh, we're investigating. We're reading a bunch of logs, trying to decipher what the logs are saying about something in the galaxy and unlocking the mystery. And now we gotta open this door and solve a puzzle. And now, supernova. Fuck. Now we gotta go back. Oh, we fly back. Okay, now we're gonna do this with the time frame. But it told us to go over here. So now we go over here. And we're investigating this. Fuck. 20 minutes passed again. You see? It's basically meant to be a game where you have to be hyper focused on it and actually paying attention. If not, you got to redo your shit over and over and over. Not exactly the most interesting thing for a viewing audience, especially because when I was playing it, I realized I couldn't interact with you guys. I had to pay attention to the game because I was on a strict schedule. That 20 minutes, man, that shit's going to reset again. So because of that, ended up not being very entertaining. I did 2 resets. I was in the middle of my third, and everyone in the stream chat is like, dude, he's not responding to us. We're tagging him. We're trying to talk to Phil. He's so hyper-focused on the game. This isn't entertaining or fun, because the game itself, quite frankly, if you're watching, isn't that entertaining or fun. I feel like it's one of those games that's really fun to play and explore and discover, but to watch someone play it, I don't know. So, sadly, everyone in the chat was yelling, stop playing this game, do something else. So, I did. We stopped playing between the 45-minute to 50-minute mark, and I said, listen, the game's not bad, it's just not for me. It's not for my streams. Maybe someone else could get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Personally, like I said, if I was playing it by myself offline, with a drink in hand, and I was playing here and discovering and relaxing and sipping, and, sounds like it's a good situation for that. And I've played games like that before. I've played games where they're more fun to play than watch. You take a look at a game like Subnautica, that game, you have grindy segments. I have to grind resources and things like that. Minecraft, right? Same thing. Those grindy segments give you opportunity to interact with the audience. I played Minecraft for a year and a half, right? On and off. People really liked it because we had interaction. We couldn't have interaction during that playthrough. It just wasn't even possible because of the time limit thing, okay? So again, I'm not crapping on the game at all. I actually really like it. I think the game is good. but it's just not a game that's going to make sense, especially if the audience is going crazy saying they didn't want it, okay? Penis Parker, you're 100% lying, and if you say it again, I'm just going to get rid of you. He's basically contradicting me. Oh, the chat wanted it. No, they didn't. Literally, everyone in the chat was like, dude, this is so boring. Play something else. We can't even talk to you, okay? So, what we're doing today is something completely and utterly different. This morning, right here on the PreStream podcast, we're setting it up so that we're going to have another Game Pass night tomorrow night, okay? How are we going to do it? Well, people have been screaming that they want more features for those who become channel members. If you're a channel member right now, you're in luck, okay? We're going to do a members-only poll where the members are going to pick the next Game Pass game for us to play. And I'm going to do the poll right now. So here we go. We're switching over to the community tab. We're putting up a poll. This poll will be for members only. So if you're not a channel member right now, I don't know what you're waiting for. You can't tell me that there's not enough features for members when just this week, members are going to get their questions priority answered on Ask the King tomorrow, which we'll talk about in a moment. And you guys get to vote to determine what game I'm playing tomorrow night. That's total double membership benefit in 1 week. So don't tell me that there's no benefits for members. That's bullshit. Okay? All right. Members only. Which game should I play on Thursday night's Game Pass chill stream? Options are as follows. Option 1. Wow, that's not what I typed. Serious Sam 4. Option number 2. I Am Fish. Option number 3. The Forgotten City. The Final Ending. Excuse me. Whew. Option number 4. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. Or option number 5, Quake. All games that I've played on Game Pass before. All games that you guys seemed to enjoy when I played them. So in this case, this will give it a better opportunity to continue on a game that I know you guys like because we've played a bunch of these. Like Serious Sam 4 was just silly fun, and people really wanted to see more of that. I Am Fish, I've gotten a good chunk into that one and played with almost all the fish, if not all the fish, and that was fun. Forgotten City, we're at the end. We've done everything in the game. We've seen, I think, 3 or 4 out of the endings. There's one final ending that's a secret ending that I'd like to do, but it takes 2 hours to do it. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, the best Musou game I've ever played. Graphically, it's awesome because it holds up on the Xbox Series X, and the gameplay is quite fun. And then Quake, oh my god, a classic FPS from the 90s that we've played a little bit, and it's getting much harder now. All right. The poll, as of right now, is live. Members only. Head over to the main channel page of DSPGaming, to the community tab. You'll see the members only post. Please vote. If you don't vote, you're missing out. Seriously. Don't miss out. Okay. I'm actually refreshing the channel now to make sure that it posted properly. Yeah, we already got people voting. There you go. We've already got people voting. Excellent. Yes, members, please vote. And thank you to anyone who votes. What we'll do is we'll track that over the course of today and tomorrow morning to see how it's doing, to give you guys a heads up on what it looks like, what game will be played, okay? So that's excellent, and thank you again to the members for participating there. I appreciate that, all right? And again, if you're a member, please vote, and if you're not a member, what are you waiting for? Don't complain there's not benefits for members when I'm giving direct new benefits to members on a daily basis. Okay, cool. All right, so now that that's been set in place, okay, now let's go ahead and let us go ahead and let us, sorry, I'm trying to do something and my fucking chat's being stupid. It's distracting me. Here we go. Let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week. Because, man, do I have some interesting stuff to talk to you guys about in regards to the schedule for this week. All right? So, first of all, let's talk about the next few days. Today's Wednesday. Today it's going to be the continuation of Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. We are about halfway through the game. We're doing Attack of the Clones right now. And the end of the last stream of this game was incredibly important, and here's why. Okay? Number one, we unlocked the ability to see all the hidden items in every stage. So now we actually have these little rings around the stage that are telling us where everything is. The Kyber blocks, the mini kits, and even the data cards that give giant upgrades to the game, like being able to double, triple, or massively increase the amount of Lego bricks you collect, or doing different modifiers to the game. Okay? So it's good stuff. Number two, I found the data card, the first one in the game that I could find, and this has doubled our Legos. So this means that just by default, we're going to be getting ridiculous amounts of Legos compared to previous. We're probably going to hit that true Jedi ranking for every stage, and we're going to get a lot more upgrades, okay? So just right off the bat when we start playing today, it's going to be more interesting because I'm going to be able to do more secret stuff and get more Legos and get a lot of upgrades that we didn't have previously, okay? So that's number one. Number two, it's Attack of the Clones, which actually is a decent movie. I remember watching this one in theaters and thinking, man, some of the stuff sucks, but man, some of it's quite good. Like the big arena fight where they're in a Coliseum. All the Jedi are kind of together. It's pretty neat. So, I'm excited for this today. Continuing on with the LEGO Star Wars playthrough. I hope you guys will give it a chance if you haven't yet. It is a lot of chill fun. It's an opportunity for us to hang out and have a good time and talk while I'm also re-experiencing the Star Wars saga. For those who've stuck around these streams, it's quite good. Sadly, a lot of people are writing the game off because it's Lego. Oh, it's Lego, it's a kid's game. And others are like, oh, it's Star Wars. Well, I don't care about Star Wars. I personally think it's a great game, and I'm having a great time with it. So again, I hope you guys will stick around if you can, all right? Now, later tonight, on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it is Skyrim After Hours, as we continue on with my Skyrim Anniversary Edition playthrough, which started back on Christmas, and now it's continuing on all the way through April and still going. We're currently just starting up the Companions quest line. So tonight, I fully believe the entire stream will likely be more of the Companions quest line and all the chill fun that comes with that. And I'm excited for that. It's a very interactive stream as well. I hope you'll join me for Skyrim After Hours tonight. Tomorrow, things are a little different because tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, after an incredible hiatus, Ask the King returns. Yes. Yes. Ask the King, which is my dedicated Q&A show. This is a show where I sit down and I answer your questions directly. Now, you may say, well, what's different from that your normal streams where you do that? Well, on a normal stream, you'll ask me a question. I'll do my best to answer it, but I got to do it quick. We got to keep this stream moving. It's about gameplay as well as questions. It's about interactions. It's about fun. But I do my best to keep it moving. With Ask the King, the entire show is just about Q&A. That's it. So when you ask questions, I give it a lot of dedicated time to answer each question intelligently. This is the opportunity to ask me questions that might take a little longer to answer, or questions that may take a little more research and or recollection. For example, all the time people on the streams, hey, what's your favorite of this? What's your top 10 of this? What are you looking forward to this year and that? I can't answer those kind of questions on the fly. I got to sit down, I got to think about it hard, I got to maybe look if there's some corroborating data. I can't answer questions like that in the middle of a gameplay session. You see what I'm saying? But if you ask me that for Ask the King, damn, now that's the point of the show. You see? But in addition to that, always someone throws me like a question that I didn't expect, or that there could be a lot more kind of information that I can provide in a dedicated format style show. Admittedly, over the last 2 years, there were multiple times where I said, hey, maybe it's time to retire Ask the King. It seems like there is a long-standing dedicated fan base who want me to keep it going, all right? So, it's going to be tomorrow, all right? How's it going to work? The show starts later than usual. I want you guys to understand that when I do Ask the King, typically, the show starts around 12 to 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. And then I do a shorter pre-stream typically. And then the show usually will officially start by 1 p.m. and runs about 3 hours long. And it's all Q&A. No gameplay or anything like that, with limited breaks in between. Usually every hour I take like a 5 to 10 minute break. Okay? So, how can you get in on Ask the King? Number one, you can head to my forums. Now, if you're in the stream chat right now, you can type !Ask the King. That'll bring up the link. You go right to the forums. You can post up a question. If you're not in the stream chat right now, you're watching this on demand, you go to DSPGaming.com. You go to the general section, and there's an Ask the King thread there. The latest thread is the correct one. Yes, I know it says March because the show originally was supposed to be first in February, then March. We're finally getting to it now in April, okay? Please post up your questions, all right? It's very important because the questions that are posted up on the forums are the ones that have the highest level of chance to be answered, okay? Now, if you are a channel member, you have dramatic increased chances to have your question answered on the show. Why? Because I have a thread already set up on my main channel page of DSP Gaming under the community tab. It's a members only post from a few days ago where members are posting up their questions. Members get priority access. That's the first questions I'm reviewing, and I'm going to pull a bunch of questions out of that members only thread for the show specifically. So please post up if you have not, if you're a member. If not a member, again, what are you waiting for? You get double priority this week, right? Like, seriously, tomorrow's like Members Day. Members questions on Ask the King, and members choose the night game. See? Okay. Big Papa Phil, please stop being stupid. I mean it. Just fucking stop it right now. Stop saying dumb shit in the chat that you know is dumb. Because you're trying to stir up drama, and I'm not putting up with it. Okay. So, that is how you can submit your questions. Now, also the day of, while I'm sitting here already going into the questions from other people, I also post up on my Twitter @TheyCallMeDSP, hey, I'm going to accept open Twitter questions. So there's still an opportunity to get a question answered via that way as well if you want to do that, if you prefer it. I really feel like the Twitter questions are kind of being phased out at this point, but I'll keep doing it, all right? So there you go. All right, so that's it. It's going to be a fun show. I'm looking forward to it. I love doing Ask the King. I know you guys do too, so I really hope you guys will post up your questions. The more questions I get for Ask the King, the better the show is. If I don't get enough questions, the show ain't that good. So please post them up, all right? Tomorrow night's late stream is the next Game Pass stream. The members are currently voting right now, all right, on the game. So please vote if you are a member. If you're not a member, become a member and vote. Okay, then. All right, this coming Friday, we return to the world of Elden Ring. Yes, after the last Elden Ring stream, where there was a lot of progress, I fought one of the endgame super bosses that everyone says is one of the coolest bosses and one of the hardest bosses in the game. I had a strategy. I applied the strategy. It took a little while to get it to work. It worked, and I was very pleased with how it went. I feel like I got to sneeze. Son of a bitch. No. No, stop it. I don't want to sneeze. It's bothering me. My allergies are really bothering me right now, if you can't tell. So anyway, then we did an entire NPC questline for Gold Mask, and then finally we started exploring these consecrated snow fields, all right? So when I play Elden Ring again on Friday, that's where we're picking up. We're going to keep exploring these consecrated snow fields. I'm currently using a dual-wielding, intelligence build greatsword setup. And it's interesting, to say the least, but I don't know if I want to keep using it at length or if I want to go respec again. I'll have to think about it. But it should be fun. Hope you guys will join me. I know you guys have loved the Elden Ring playthrough. It's the one that's getting the most attention for sure. Still, 2 months later, the game is still the most viewed game that I'm putting out videos for on DSP Gaming. Okay? All right, now. Excuse me. Whew. On Friday night, it is time for Friday Night Fights. This is my weekly late night throwback Street Fighter session. This is where I play old school Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, and Street Fighter Alpha 3. We're in the home stretch for this game. The game only has 2 more months to be played because the new collection is coming out in late June, and that one's going to have the Darkstalkers games as well as Hyper Street Fighter 2, which is a different version of Street Fighter 2 that's an amalgamation of all 5 versions of the game. It's good. So I'm excited for this. I can't wait for Friday night. But I hope that you guys will join me. I played it on Xbox last week, and it went swimmingly. It was, like, so smooth and good because we played on Xbox. So I hope we can keep it going that well this week. Okay? All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a big announcement regarding this weekend. But before I get to it, I need to blow my nose. So I don't sneeze. Ugh. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of this month, I made an announcement. I said, I'm going to do something unprecedented. I'm going to do something I've never done before. All right? You guys have asked for it for 5 years. And I said, if we hit the members goal for this month of 400 members, I was going to do a special stream where I watch and react to a video that was made about me in 2017. A video that has over 6 million views on YouTube. It is by far the most viewed video ever made about me anywhere. It is called Down the Rabbit Hole Dark Side Phil. It is a documentary about my early days as a content creator, all the way up through like 2017. So it's interesting because, man, it covers my rise and fall for sure. It talks about all the things I did right and all the things I did absolutely wrong in a very matter-of-fact kind of manner, although some of the things it does kind of get wrong, and other things it's kind of like half-truths because it doesn't have everything explained. I explained to you guys that this is the first time that I would consider doing something like that, because I've always said, listen, I just want to sit here and play games, but it seems like people keep saying we want you to expand, we want you to do different kinds of content, and why don't you react to stuff that has to do with you? Makes sense, right? So I announced the goal, and first of all, people were very excited. They were, oh, this sounds great because Phil's never done anything like this before, okay? And in reality, I think that there was a good 20, 30 people who actually did become channel members as a result of me making this announcement. They were interested in seeing me do something different and branching out. People all over the internet do this React content. I've told you guys a million times, I really don't think it has too much merit, because unless you have like, how can I say? Unless, number one, you have completely informed, an informed mindset on what you're watching, and number two, if you are somehow have a vested interest in it. Like, that's the thing. If you either are very informed on the subject or you have a vested interest in said subject, outside of that, I don't see the point of React videos. I don't see the point of someone sitting there watching like a digital oh, Sony's new announcement video, and you just sit there like this, making faces like an asshole, right? Just to say a few things, and then all of a sudden you get a bajillion views. I think it's stupid as shit, and I've always said that over the years. I don't agree with every single content creator out there making the laziest kind of content that could possibly be made, because I feel it is. I've always said that I feel like if you want to have a lazy day at work and you don't want to put out any effort, you make a React video. It's that simple, okay? Now, obviously, this is a video that was made about me 5 years ago, and I'm thinking, listen, people have wanted me to react to it for 5 years. They keep asking, will I ever go and watch it? Will I ever talk about it? Will I ever do this? So I made this big announcement, okay? And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Frig it, let's break out, let's do something different. Obviously, I have a vested interest and knowledge on it because it's me, right? Well, at first there was some interest and hype in this. The first 2 weeks of the month, I would say some people were very excited. And then all of a sudden, I start getting this different kind of reaction. Oh, well, the thing is, and here's how hilarious this shit is. I always call it moving the goalpost, right? Because this is exactly what happens every time that I listen to criticism and I decide to change things for the better because people want it. Then, because it's happened, the goalpost moves, okay? So the goalpost originally was, man, we wish Phil would just recognize that he's had shortcomings in the past and fess up to them, react to them, talk about them in a manner that's intelligent and interesting, and basically, you know, not act like it doesn't exist. Because right now, Phil basically just plays games every day but never talks about the past in any kind of a, I don't know, revealing manner or detailed manner. He just acts like that shit never happened or says he's changed, but it would be great to go back and see him actually have a reaction to it and see what, you know, what he thinks about it, right? This is what people said for a long time. So finally I say, all right, fuck it. Listen, we'll go ahead and we'll do it. And then what happens? Oh, that's not good enough. Well, even though Phil said now he's going to do it because we wanted him to do it for years and years, that video is too old. It's a video that has the most views on it. It's over 6 million fucking views, okay? It's got factual analysis of stuff in it that basically was like, oh, here's things that concretely happened because it could be proven because there's video documentation of it, and or you could see view analytics and things that these things really happened, okay? That's why I like the Down the Rabbit Hole videos. They're actual at least to the extent of how far that person could do. His name's Frederick Knudsen. To the extent that he could research these topics, he's researched them and vetted the misinfo and put the real info into the videos, okay? And if you actually look at the different situations of these videos, for the most part, he's trying to remain neutral. It's basically, he's a documentarian. He's not there to shit on anyone. He's just here to say, yeah, matter of factly, this happened. If you can believe it, this actually really happened, right? And as I watch the video more and more, okay, essentially I'm like, wow, okay, this makes sense to do now. Because now, years removed from being that kind of person who used to make that kind of content that everyone had issue with. By the way, you can hear the landscapers outside. I'm going to have to close the window. Years removed from doing that kind of content and being that kind of person, I can look back and I can say, it happened. I acknowledge it happened. I can give you a unique perspective about that time frame in my mindset, what was going through me, what my life was like, everything about that, right? Actual corroborating information, all right, about what was going on to tell you exactly what happened. And then I can say, hey, but look, here's who I was, and here's who I am. And now we can talk directly about how the things have changed, right? For the better. But that's the thing. The people who like this drama shit on the internet, that's not what they're looking for. They're not looking to look at someone who's improved or actually listen to criticism and change for the better. They just want to sit here and take a fucking shit on you. That's what drama queens on the internet do. That's what they thrive on. That's why they don't want me to watch the Down the Rabbit Hole video, because guess what? It's 5 years old, and I have changed for the better since then. And most of the topics discussed in that video are no longer pertinent. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they have nothing to do with the current me. Nothing at all. You see? I'm going to close the window because these landscapers are being very annoying. Okay. So, that being said, you know, we're halfway through the month, and basically, members have frozen. And in fact, we had members up until like I think we were close to like 373, something like that. And all of a sudden we start going backwards. And I'm like, so this is bullshit. Because this is exactly what I was saying at the beginning of the month. It's not that, excuse me, it's not that this is a situation where people think that I'm not listening to criticism. It's not a situation where people actually care because they want to support the channel to have a goal like this happen. These are a bunch of shitheads who sit on the internet saying a bunch of negative shit about me, and they just want me to acknowledge the conspiracy, the fucking fabricated bullshit. They want me to talk about stuff recently that idiots say about me that's wrong. It's not true. But here's what they really want. They want me to actually talk about these fabricated things and somehow reveal some amazing truth that's going to be like jaw-dropping, groundbreaking, oh, this is it. Phil's been caught out red-handed for things that literally don't exist. Okay? They're hoping that something would happen like that. Why? Because that would create even more drama for them. Okay? Oh, we have infinite new content to talk about and circle jerk each other with bullshit. Okay? The difference between me doing Down the Rabbit Hole, which is a factual video. There are some things that were gotten wrong in that video, in particular, some things about the fighting game community I'd really like to clarify, because I feel like that part, there wasn't enough corroborating evidence to really vet that information. There's a clip in there that says, oh, Phil was an asshole back in his fighting game days, and then it shows a clip from like 2010, a Street Fighter 4 tournament that has nothing to do with the fighting game days. I was a YouTuber at that point. I wasn't even known for fighting games anymore. It's a completely out of context clip that's wrong. So I mean, like, I could easily add additional information and correct and make that video better by doing a reaction to it, okay? But that's not what these shitheads want. These shitheads are drama queens. They move the goalposts. Oh, finally you're going to do what we asked for 5 years. We don't want that anymore. We want you to react to this other shit now. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Seriously. And I've had enough of it. I've had enough of these idiots moving goalposts, being assholes. So it's this simple. Either we do it or we don't. I'm not doing anything else in that regard because that's a waste of my time. I'm not addressing drama that number one has absolutely nothing to do with this. I'm sitting right here right now and I'm doing a podcast. Okay? Right? It's a fun podcast. We have fun discussion. I talk about my game streams. We talk about gaming news, which we'll talk about later. We have Q&A. We have fun stuff every day. Then we play games. We enjoy the games, right? The shit that these idiots want me to address, okay, is so dumb. It's shit that has nothing to do with this stream nor my gameplay content. They want to delve into personal shit that has nothing to do with this. They want me to literally like talk about my personal life behind the scenes. They want me to talk about finances. They want me to talk about shit that's no one's business. No one in their right mind has a right to ask a content creator on the internet to start talking about their behind the scenes personal shit. That's their own business. That's none of yours. Fuck you for wanting to delve into someone's personal life like that. That's fucked up stuff. It really is. Okay? So, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to watch videos that are complete conspiracy, speculation, slander, defamation. It's a waste of my time. There's no point, because guess what? For every one of those videos that I would watch, all right, the goalpost would be moved again anyway. Oh, well, you watched it and you reacted to it and you gave some valid responses. Oh, too bad. Move it. Do this one instead. Do this now. So forget them. I don't care about those people anymore. I just don't. Eventually, I may do the video down the rabbit hole about myself, because like I said, I think I can actually add a good amount of corroboration to some of the stuff there and agree with it. I actually think I could add additional information to some of it to kind of explain what really was happening in the full gamut of things. But also, I think there's some things I could definitely elaborate on and give you more perspective and or the truth of the situation, because a lot of things are only half known, okay? But outside of that, there's no way I'm going to address any of the bullshit these idiots have made up and said about me in the last few years that's wrong. It's a waste of my fucking time, okay? So that being said, during all of this time when we were talking about me doing this down the rabbit hole reaction video, all right, it came to light, all right, hold on a second. It came to light that essentially people thought there was something else that I could do, all right, that would be interesting as well. Now, since we're already on the topic, okay, Down the Rabbit Hole actually has another video that's been made. Well, I say Down the Rabbit Hole, that's the name of the series, but Frederick Knudsen has another video that's been made that actually has more views than mine. It's actually his most viewed video he's ever made, okay, over the years. It's a video from 2 years ago, not 5, 2 years ago, all right? And this is a video where he basically went through the full history of a content creator that, for some weird fucking reason, maybe I'll know the reason if I watch this video, but we'll talk about that in a second. For some weird reason, people always reference this content creator here on my streams. I only even know this person fucking exists because people come to this stream to reference him constantly and meme on him and do all kinds of stuff in regards to him. Most of it very, very negative. All right? Personally, I don't like it when people come on my streams and they decide to unload on a content creator. I don't like that at all. All right? And especially when it's someone who, like, I don't know anything about them. I have no relation to them. I don't even really communicate or talk with them. So why are you bringing this shit up on my stream? It's just stupid. It seems like a lot of people, what happens is they go to this guy's streams, they say dumb shit, they get banned, and so they want to spill over to another stream and still talk about it, so they spill over to mine, all right? I don't mind people coming here to watch my shit. I do mind you coming here and derailing my shit. And tons of people over the years have gotten kicked out of here because they basically fucking derail all my shit, all right? And I don't like that. It pisses me off, all right? And at this very same time, again, I don't know anything about this guy, and it pisses me off when people come in here and they say real toxic stuff about him that I don't even understand, right? Now, a lot of it goes right over my head. All these fucking memes and shit. I don't even get it, okay? So, the video in particular that I'm referencing, I got a dead piece of skin on my finger. It's bothering me. The video in particular that I'm referencing, the most viewed video ever on that channel is Down the Rabbit Hole Wings of Redemption. All right? Now, in truth, I have a curiosity about this video. All right. And the reason that I have this curiosity is because you guys, again, bring this guy up so often on my streams that I have this weird curiosity to know more about the guy, because I want to know why people bring him up all the time. Why? I don't get it. I kind of like, just for the sake of understanding the memes and understanding the history of this guy, right? I feel like there's a reason to do this, because I want to know what the fuck you're talking about. At least if there's a perspective in place when people reference this shit, I'll at least know what you're talking about. You understand? Okay? So that's kind of like what I'm thinking here is, since people want me to know about this guy and obviously understand the references, then I have to do my own research. Now, this video is 2 hours long. Okay? It's incredibly lengthy. So for me to actually do this, I almost feel like this can't even be one stream. This would have to be a commitment where, like, I'm saying, all right, we're going to watch it and we're going to, you know, because I'm going to be pausing to talk and give commentary and add things to it, right? There's no way you're going to even get through this on one stream. It's impossible. It's too long. It's too lengthy of a video. Okay? So I was also thinking about this. I was like, if I were to do this, how could I pull this off? And I was thinking, is there, correct me if I'm wrong, is there a web browser either on the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, so I could just go to YouTube in the web browser, play the video on my TV, use my usual headphones to hear it, and commentate right here in my, you know, my usual setup. I wouldn't have to go over and do special shit on the PC. You could just do shit right on your console, right? Right? I'm pretty sure about this. This is the case. I haven't used it. I've owned these consoles and have not once used the browser in there, right? So is this true that you could do this? You can get the YouTube app? Oh, that makes it easy then. Yeah. There's a YouTube, I'm being told there's a YouTube app on all the consoles. The PS5 does not have a standard browser. Okay. So I have to get the PS5 app, test it a little bit. I'm sure it's going to be laggy as shit. Those fucking apps always suck. They really do. But, you know, I'm sure we can make it work. Okay. Both consoles have a dedicated YouTube app you can get off their stores. Okay. Okay. That's what we're going to do then. I'm curious. I would like you guys' feedback. For those who use these apps, which do you think is better, PlayStation 5 or Xbox? Is there one that seems to run better? You know, or is there, because when I used to use these apps, they always had audio desync, and I hated that shit, because they have to restart the whole app and shit, and obviously I don't want to do that. But no, I would, okay, Fan of Lookcraft says uses the app on PS5 and it works well. Okay. Crimson 9 says the apps work well. I use them to watch you regularly on my TV. Okay. Jade, you don't have to apologize. I know, it went bad on Monday night. It is what it is. We're moving on, man. Don't worry about that. Okay. Alright, so, that's what we'll do. If we're going to do this, I'll get an app on one of my consoles. It doesn't seem like it matters, right? I'll get the app booted, and we will watch the video. Now, here's the thing. Here's the way I'm approaching it, okay? This is an experiment. This is me taking away from my usual content. This is not Phil Plays Games. This is Phil reacts to something. I don't ever do this, right? Very rarely do I do anything like this. I'm doing it as a direct request from my viewers. People over the years have wanted me to do stuff like this. And in particular, in this case, this is something that I feel I have a vested interest in. Why? This is something that people reference this guy all the fucking times on my streams, right? So I don't really know anything about him. By watching this video, I'll learn. Okay? It's kind of like educational, but it's also pertinent. You see? And I'll get to obviously I'll get to react to it and let you know my actual take on everything that's said in this video. Now, by the way, I do have to say this. If I do this, okay, I have to basically make it so that I believe everything in the video is truthful and factual. So, since that's the case, behind the scenes this week, all right, oh, really? It won't launch the YouTube app on PS5 if you're streaming. It wouldn't even know I'm streaming. It wouldn't know I'm streaming because I don't use the fucking in-console streaming, so don't worry about that. Anyway, no, what was I going to say now? I got distracted. Hold on. Fuck. Oh, here we go. So, here's the deal. If we do this, this will be an experiment. I'm curious to see if people are interested in seeing me do something different than just the regular gameplay that I do. All right? And what we're going to do, if I do this, okay, I went behind the scenes and I contacted both Frederick Knudsen, because I'd already contacted him. As you guys know, I'd already contacted him about my own video. And I said, do I have permission to watch your video, you know, and do reactions? He said, yes. So I contacted him about this one. I said, so if you can believe it, people seem to be more interested in me watching this video than my own. And he was blown away. He's like, what? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, whatever. He's like, that's cool. Go ahead. Do it. Okay. So then the other thing is, all right, I contacted Wings of Redemption because I'm the kind of guy that I want, if I'm going to do something like this, I want to be sure that the person who's the subject matter is okay with it. I don't want them to feel like I'm doing something that's harmful to them. Okay? Because I don't know what's in this video. There very well could be very harmful shit in this video. I don't even know. Okay? So, I want to make sure. And I asked him and he said, yes. He basically said, I already read this to you guys the other day. He said, go for it, make that money. As if everything is about money. It's not. It's you guys wanted something different. Obviously. My nose itches. Obviously, this is something that I want to make sure that I had everything tied up and fine. All right? And he said yes. So, we're greenlit, essentially. Okay, by the way, I got to open the window again because now it's stuffy in here again. Let me open the window. They might come back, the landscapers. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. As soon as I opened it, I hear them. Never mind. I'm not even kidding. I opened up the fucking window and the landscapers turned on their goddamn weed whackers again. Okay. And I swear they're up there. They're just looking like this. They're looking at the window. And he opened his window. Here we go, guys. I swear to God, every fucking week it's like this. Anyway. So we're greenlit. I can do this. So how will we do it? All right? It'll be like a normal stream, but instead of playing games after the pre-stream, we'll boot up the YouTube app on the console. We'll boot up the video. We'll start watching. I'll be just like I usually am on a stream. We'll watch the video, and I'll be on, you know, in the face cam, and I'll pause and react. I'll talk about it. Every once in a while, I'll tell you what I think about each situation. All right? Okay, now, a few very important things to say about this. Okay? Is this something that I'm going to continue in the future doing? All right? I don't even know if it's something that I'm going to continue to finish now. Because like I said, this video is over 2 hours long. A typical stream for me is about 3 hours of gameplay plus a break. So it's about 3.5 hours. In 3.5 hours with my commentary and everything, all right, that I'm going to do, could I even get through this whole video? I don't even know. This might have to be a multiple part situation where I do it in like hour increments, but then we split it up. You see what I'm saying? So I might not even finish this video in one sitting. It may have to be multiple streams, okay? Now, the thing is, if I was going to do a member's goal to watch my own video, that's one thing, all right? I would not feel safe. Excuse me. I would not feel safe, okay, doing this with this. That doesn't sit right with me kosher-wise. That doesn't. That's like, I feel like, man, I'm trying to motivate people to become a member of my channel to react to some video about someone else. That doesn't make me feel good. So, I'm not doing that. That's off the table. That's not even a consideration. All right? ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do DSP Reacts to Down the Rabbit Hole Wings of Redemption this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this coming Saturday. People are freaking out. No strings attached. No qualification necessary. This is happening this Saturday. Okay? Okay. Now, how is this going to work? It's this simple. You ready? If it's successful, and when I say successful, there's several criteria that I use. How is the attendance, right? How is the reaction? Does it get views on YouTube after the fact? Okay? In addition to that, is the stream supported? And I have to emphasize this. Is the stream supported? Because this is something that's outside of my comfort zone. This is something that I don't do. If I do this stream and it doesn't basically make sense for my content and it doesn't benefit anything, then I'm not going to continue to do this kind of stuff. All right? It's that simple. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. All right? And that even goes for this project. This video is over 2 hours long. I may not finish watching the video. I may have to schedule a second session, all right, in order to actually finish it. And if I have to, if the first one fails and flops and is shitty and no one cares and there's no support, why the hell would I do a second session, right? I'm more than happy to just do this kind of stuff that I normally do. Sit here and play video games and have fun and react to my audience, okay? I know that this kind of content is for a certain kind of audience. It's not necessarily all the people who watch my content now, all right? But we have talked about this, okay? We've talked about this recently. And recently we said, as I start to get older, I'm not going to be able to do full-time gaming anymore. I'm just not going, I'm 40 years old. I just became 40 years old. Okay? Right now, things are still going pretty good. I'm still able to pretty much play all the games. And I'm playing Elden Ring, one of the hardest current games there is, right? That's good. But in the next few years, what's going to end up happening, I'm going to get older. Carpal tunnel's likely going to set in. My hand-eye coordination's going to get worse. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'll still be able to play games, don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to be able to be doing all the crazy shit that I do today. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, it's going to fall off. I got to do other shit. Okay? If this ends up working, this could be a series that works, that's something different in the future. Okay? It's only going to be when I feel it's pertinent, and if I feel, again, that I either have a vested interest in it or it's important to me to do research on it. This guy has been mentioned probably more than any other person on my streams besides me. Okay? And I'm very curious about this, to watch this video with you guys this coming Saturday. All right? So, it's this simple. This Saturday it happens. I will do a reaction to this video live. We will watch it together. I will let you know my feelings and opinions on it. I don't know if we'll finish the whole video or not. We'll find out. Okay, we'll see how it goes. And if it goes well, if the stream gets attendance, if the videos on YouTube do well, if people support the streams and say, I like this content, please keep it up, I will consider keep doing this style of content as long as it's pertinent. Already, I'm not even kidding you, someone just gave a couple reactions and said, why don't you do this video? Why don't you do this video? This is things that are pertinent to you, you'll be interested in. Okay? So, there you go. Let's see how it goes. Spread the word. This coming Saturday, DSP reacts to Down the Rabbit Hole Wings of Redemption. Alright? And we're going to test the waters. This is the test stream. Okay? If it goes well, We'll see what happens in the future. I'll be excited to do more kind of stuff that's interesting to all of us, right? And again, some people are like, oh, Wings is going to be pissed. He said okay. He gave me the okay. He said it's fine. Apparently, he's okay with the video. Isn't it true that he had a conversation with Frederick Nugson 2 years ago after the video was released? And it was a fair conversation. He wasn't angry at him or anything, right? There you go. Okay. So, let's see what happens this Saturday. All right, guys? Again, spread the word. Let everyone know it's happening. Perhaps there's people who are not interested in my raw gameplay content, but they'd be interested in something very different. And this is a pure experiment. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay? We'll see what happens. And we'll go from there. Fair enough? Yeah, see, Jack Anderson is already recommending a different Down the Rabbit Hole video. He calls it FF7 House. What is that? See, I don't even know what that is. Okay. So there you go. Let's see what happens Saturday. All right? Fair enough? Now, you may say, well, now, wait a minute. Well, that's completely outside of your normal shit. Well, how's that going to affect everything? By the way, I think that the landscapers are gone again. Watch what's good. I guarantee you, watch this. I'm going to open the window. They're going to be right outside. Ready? Okay, 10 seconds passed and they're not out there. Final Fantasy? So, Final Fantasy 7 House? What in the fuck is that? Well, we'll see how it goes Saturday. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, so now my schedule is thrown into for a loop, right? Because if you look at the schedule, like I told you, today we're doing Lego Star Wars and Skyrim. Tomorrow it's Ask the King and whatever the members vote for a Game Pass stream. Friday it's Elden Ring and Street Fighter. So Saturday is this React event. Okay? Saturday night, we'll do more Skyrim. Skyrim Saturday night. Sound good? Sunday, more Lego Star Wars. And the members will once again vote and determine what the next Game Pass game will be that we're going to be playing on Sunday night. Okay? And Monday, to end my streaming week, will be Elden Ring and Skyrim. Okay? Now, if I need to have a second session to finish that video, we'll do it if it goes well. But only if it goes well. If people like the content, if it's doing well, if it's supported. If there's no support, what's the fucking point? I'll play games where I get support. Okay? So we'll see what happens on Saturday. If we need a second stream, just to let everyone know ahead of time, I'm going to schedule it for next weekend. Okay? Why? Because I want to do it at a time when there's maximum amount of people who can watch, and it seems like weekends are typically the time. I don't want to be like, oh, we're going to rush out part 2, and then I do it on a day when half the people can't attend. Okay? So I'm doing it on Saturday. If it goes well, I'll do it next Saturday. Okay? That's how we're going to split it up. So let's see how it goes. I'm very curious. I am. I'm very curious. We'll see how it goes. All right? And no, I've already explained this. I'll say it one more time. No, I'm not doing any fucking React videos to shit that's from slander and bullshit and conspiracy from the last 5+ years. They're all bullshit. Including all the ones that everyone mentions in the stream chat here. They're all bullshit. They're all just, it's all conspiracy shit. Let's reference all the conspiracy theories about Phil. No factual basis for any of them. Right? Like, the idiocy, like someone just says, well, what about the worst moments? Oh, you mean the video that claimed that I had an escort coming here that never happened? The guy blatantly lied, did no research at all, and just reiterated what everyone else said? Fuck him. He's a piece of dog shit, and I'm not doing anything with his content. He's a scumbag. And there's the landscapers. God damn it. Fucking shit. Okay. All right. So, why open the window when allergies are bad? Because if I don't, I can't breathe. It's too stuffy in here. It gets way too... This is a room full of electronics. Have you ever been in a room full of electronics with all the windows and doors closed and no air circulation? It's stagnant. You can't breathe. And by the way, I just realized my fan's not even on oscillate. Did a lot of exercise today. Okay. Son of a bitch. All right. So again, it's hilarious because people are all getting ahead of themselves. Well, what about this person who does this kind of videos, and this person will react to this, we react to this? No. No. We're going to wait until Saturday. We see how Saturday goes. Then we talk about the future. Okay? All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. That's what we're doing. So, let's recap the schedule for the week. Today, Lego Star Wars, Skyrim. Tomorrow, Ask the King, and whatever the members vote for the late night chill stream off of Game Pass. Friday, Elden Ring and Street Fighter. Saturday, DSP Reacts, Down the Rabbit Hole, Wings of Redemption, Part 1. Or split it. I'll probably split it into multiple parts. That's more digestible that way. And then Skyrim, Saturday night. Sunday, more Lego Star Wars, and the next session of Game Pass where the members will again vote on what they want to see. And then Monday, more down the rabbit hole, excuse me. Monday, more Elden Ring and Skyrim. That's the streaming week. Let's see how the week goes. If it goes well, then we'll worry about the future. Okay? There you go. By the way, in a little over a week's time, the expansion for Bug Snacks is coming out. And yes, I'm interested in playing it. Sadly, it's only 3 hours long, which really sucks. I wish it was longer. But it is what it is. I'm just going to do, you know, the 3 hours of content. It seems like it's interesting. It's giant. You're supposed to catch giant bug snacks or something. So, should be fun. Okay. So that's the schedule, guys. All right. Now you might say, well, what about this? What about it? It's obvious we're not hitting it. Like, I wish we did. If we did hit this, absolutely, I would still do the goal of reacting to my own video of Down the Rabbit Hole, but it seems like people don't want that. They literally moved the goalpost. They said, do it. I did it. No, we don't want that. So it's fucking bullshit. So this, I would love for you guys to become a member. You're getting tons of benefits right now by being a member. You get to ask the King priority question. You get to pick the games for the Game Pass nights. I can't really do much else right now. Please consider becoming a member if you're not. Okay? Thank you. All right. Game news for the week. There's 2 pieces of game news I'm interested in. There's been a lot of game news. Like, for example, did you hear that Amy Hennig and her studio, the people who made Uncharted, are going to make games for Star Wars? And there's another game, too, they're making. Great. I don't care. When there's news about the games, I'll pay attention. I don't care about them just making a game in general. The game could never exist. The game could be 10 years out. I don't care about that. But there's 2 pieces of game news to talk about. The first is that there's actually going to be another expansion to World of Warcraft. Another one? Didn't World of Warcraft come out like 20 years ago? They're still fucking making expansions for this thing. That blows my mind that they have enough of a customer base that's ongoing that it warrants them completely developing a new expansion from the ground up. Now, by the way, apparently they're still remastering old expansions. Like they said, there's also going to be like Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Whatever that even means. I don't even, what's the difference between classic and modern? Do people hate the modernization so much they want to play the classic game? I don't know. As you guys know, I don't play World of Warcraft. I tried. Didn't work because they don't have any anti-trolling features. So anyone could just join wherever you are on a server and just troll the fuck out of you and you can't make any progress. Pretty shitty. So, anyway. Yes, it is kind of mind-blowing to think that they're still making active big expansion DLCs 20 years after the release of the game. However, the expansion is just dragons. And I'm like, dragons in a fantasy game. Wow. Dragons. They really went down deep into the into the lore of fantasy games to find dragons, huh? Like that's never been done before. There's no dragons in any fantasy games these days. Then again, I don't know how really the dragons will be implemented. Honestly, I don't care. I don't play World of Warcraft, okay? Anyway. There you go. The other piece of gaming news that's kind of good but also stupid is they've announced Sonic Origins, okay? This is a collection of Sonic the Hedgehog Classic. Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, 3, Sonic & Knuckles, and Sonic CD. Alright? The games that started it all way back when in the 1990s. They're going to be sold in one collection as one downloadable game. I don't know if there'll be a disc version. And, basically, it's going to be on all consoles, and it's a way for people to re-experience these games. Now, I'm all for this, because previously I had owned some of these games on consoles like the Xbox 360, and they had monstrous input delay. So it wasn't fun to even play them from those arcade versions, because they were just didn't feel like modernized complete versions. They just felt like a shitty port. Then I got the Genesis Mini, and I had a lot of fun on the Genesis Mini playing Sonic 1 and 2, but that's all it had. All it had was Sonic 1 and 2. It didn't have any of the future games, which is kind of weird, because Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles sold ridiculous amounts, but for some odd reason, they just didn't really put them in the Genesis Mini. Okay. So, I'm excited for this collection. If I get it, which I likely will, I'm probably going to play Sonic 3, Sonic & Knuckles, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is the combination game, and I'm going to play Sonic CD. Alright? They're great games. They're fun. Sonic CD has an insanely good soundtrack. Like, ridiculously good. Okay? But, of course, they have to pair the good announcement with some shit. So what's the shit? The shit is, there's going to be, like, a ridiculous amount of versions of this game, and each version has something stupid. Like, one version, I'm not kidding you, if you pay extra money, there will be animations on the title screen. What? Who the fuck cares about that? I don't care if the title screen is a dog turd. As long as you press start and the Sonic games are behind it, I'm happy. Why do I care if the title screen's animated? And it's just a bunch of stuff like that. And people are looking at it. There's like 7 versions of the game or something dumb. And everyone's looking at it like, what? They're really, either they're trying to purposely cause confusion with the customer base, or they're literally trying to nickel and dime the shit out of people. You know what version I'm getting? The one that has all the games. That's all I care about. I don't care about a ton of extras. I don't care about digital soundtracks. I don't care about any other bullshit. Just give me the games, and I'll play them. That's all I care about. So I guess we'll see when it comes out. It's coming out in June, by the way. June 22nd, I want to say. So that's exciting. There was also another announcement that's weird. So Sega has announced that they're making new versions of Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi. But these games are going to be part of their new Super Games Initiative. What the hell is that? Well, they basically want to cash in on the games as a service model. They don't just want to sell you a video game for one purchase price and that's the end all be all. They want to create big games that have content that lasts months to years, but provides them with an ongoing revenue stream, like Fortnite, a game that you can easily jump into and play, but kids dump millions of dollars into the fucking game every year to buy the stupid costumes. You see? So, I'm interested, but I don't know exactly what this entails. Like, how do you make Crazy Taxi into an endless game? It's just doing fares for fucking people and driving them around a city. It's kind of, I don't know how they could do that. Jet Set Radio, I can't speak to. I've never played Jet Set Radio. A lot of people seem to think that that was a great series, and they're very sad that it was retired so long ago. Okay? So maybe that would be really good? I don't know. But anytime that you tell me that you're going with this games as a service model and ongoing revenue, I was like, so I hope what you're going to do is you're going to focus on making an amazing game that people want to pay for, ongoing, rather than a shovelware game and hope that people just do stupid microtransactions. Or even worse, NFTs, right? I guess we shall see. All right, but that's the gaming news. There's really nothing else going on. Like I said, there was a few silly announcements. Oh, a game studio is developing a game. Wow, do you have any information about the game? No. Do you know when it's coming out? No. Should we be talking about this right now? No. But this is what games journalists do. They take little snippets of information that aren't pertinent to anything and they act like it's a news story. So, I'm not going to be talking about that shit because there's no reason to speculate. It's pointless. Okay. Let's begin with shoutouts, my friends. You guys ready? Here we go. On the YouTube side of things, we start off today with Captain DCW re-upping his membership as a super supporter for 12 months. Now, I want to clarify this because it says 12 months. Does that mean that Captain DCW has been a member for a year? Actually, no. What it means is he's beginning his 12th month as a member, which is why you may notice that he didn't get the new Chat Crown badge. The way it works here is there's your initial Chat Crown badge, that upgrades to silver, then it upgrades to gold. Then at around 6 months, it upgrades to the one that's encrusted with rubies and emeralds. At the 1 year mark, you're supposed to get your regal crown. But you may notice he doesn't have it. It's because YouTube says you're at 12 months when you're starting your 12th month. You see? So next month, in the month of May, some people will actually be hitting their 12-month anniversary, and therefore they'll get their new crown when they're actually technically beginning their 13th month as a channel member. Okay, I know that's very confusing. It's different than it works on Twitch. All right. Okay, so thank you very much, Captain DCW, for your ongoing support. I really appreciate that. Garrett Lutman became a member this morning. Thank you, Garrett, for becoming a member and supporting the channel. And your boy Lem also re-upped his membership for 10 months in a row this morning and said, Okay. All right. Now, swinging over to the tip side of things, our first tip of the day was from Rusty Edwards. Thank you, Rusty. Let's get you up on the leaderboard and let's see what you had to say. Okay. You're a very strong man to deal with the trolls on the internet on a daily basis. Troll videos pop up in my feed, and when I search for you, it's like they're working 24/7. Thank you for the content. Yeah, every single day, all they do is take what I do here on this stream, which is very, very unproblematic, to be quite frank. It's a very unproblematic kind of stream that I do, and they try to do whatever they can to make it seem like it's problematic and full of drama when it's not. It never is. It's ridiculous. They'll take a tiny snippet of like a 5-hour stream and act like that's what I did all stream. They're morons. It's just like the people who look at my 14-year history as a content creator, hundreds if not thousands of completed games, and then they'll say, Phil is an infamous rage quitter who never finishes any games. He's infamous for rage quitting. You would be hard-pressed to sit here and name 15 to 20 games that I've actually rage quit in my 14 years as a content creator and my ridiculous amount of playthroughs and videos. You'd actually have to really work hard to do the research to figure that out. I'm sure it's happened because I've played so many games, but that's the point I'm making. These people are idiots. They say whatever they want with no justification, and idiots believe it because they want to believe the negative. They don't care if it's actually true. They just want to blanket believe toxic shit about people, okay? So there you go. All right. Mr. Minecraftish has done a $4.20 tip. Thank you, Mr. Minecraftish. He says, I know it's starting, but two things, one more. Try this again. I watch Lego gaming videos more, and I want to go back to playing with them when I was a kid. And two, I came from oral surgery for my jaw. It was a painful week for me, maybe a month. If it isn't for your videos, I might have gone insane. So number one, what you're saying is you're watching my Lego playthrough to make you want to play Lego games again. And number two, you're saying you had oral surgery and you've been in a lot of pain and my videos are helping you. Well, 2 thumbs up. A thumb up for each point. Okay? Hope you feel better. Sorry to hear about your oral surgery. I've heard that oral surgery is actually some of the most painful surgery you could go through. So I hope you feel better. And I'm happy to hear that my videos somehow helped you in any way. Thank you for the tip. Okay. Mick Surly has tipped a whopping $50. Thank you, Mick Surly. Now, I don't know who Mick Surly is. That's not a familiar name to me. I don't know what this is in response to. If it is even in response to anything that we talked about this morning or not, I don't know. But I thank you. That is a whopping and generous amount of support for today. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. By the way, that qualifies us for the first goal, which is Gunner Glasses. It sounds like the landscapers are gone. I'm going to open the window again. And you know what's going to happen, right? Like, we know what's going to happen when I open that window. Let's just be honest here. We know what's going on. Okay. Okay. All right, Malcolm tipped me $1.50. Says DSP reacts. I like the sound of it. It might be a new thing for your content. As I said, it will all depend on this Saturday how it goes. If it goes well, then it could open up a lot of different horizons in the future for different kinds of content. If it goes poorly, then I just won't ever do it again. We'll see. Uzi Gohar to me $1.49 says you should react to baby sensory videos. I don't know what that means. What the hell is a baby sensory video? I've never even heard of this before. I have no clue what that is. An anonymous tipper to me $1.49 says, personally, I think the appeal of React content, it allows you to sort of experience seeing something for the first time again through someone else. Oh, someone else. I see. It's like when you get your friend to watch a movie that you love for the first time. So what you're saying is there is some validity to seeing something you've already seen and enjoyed be enjoyed by someone else and or watched by someone else, even if they don't enjoy it, to see that reaction. As opposed to everyone doing everything first time together. Huh. Interesting. Oh, we got more YouTube side shoutouts. Amber became a channel member. Thank you to Mick Surley is here, and he's a channel member. Thank you, Mick. I didn't know that that was you. Thank you, Mick, for the support this morning. I appreciate that. Thank you, Amber, for the channel membership. Parasolo re-upped his membership for 12 months. And he says, hey, Phil, do you have a favorite Pokemon? I do not. Not really. Now, one of the stable Pokemons I usually try to use in any Pokemon game, is it Gyarados? Or I always thought it was Gyarados, but apparently some people say it's Gyarados. But in particular, he wasn't even prominent in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think he was flying in the sky, and there was some weird way you had to catch him, but I didn't know how, and I never went back to get him. But every other Pokemon game, I usually like using him. So, Nathan Smith has done the first super chat of the day. All right, and he says, hope many movies are... Oh, how many movies are left in the game? Well, we are in Attack of the Clones. All right, so this is the middle movie in the prequels trilogy, okay? So we get to Attack of the Clones, and you get the final one, which is Revenge of the Sith. That's the end of the prequels trilogy. Then you've got the modern trilogy, and that is The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. So we've got at least 4 full movies to get through, and we've got this one we're in the middle of. So technically, we're about halfway through, all right? We're about halfway through. Okay? Oh, I see. It's Gyarados. Gyarados. Not Gyarados. Oh. Interesting. Shout out to Vendetta, who became a channel supporter this morning. With all these memberships, we should check and see if we actually gained any new ones. I don't know if we did. But let's check. Sure would be great if we actually did get some new ones. We are 370. All these memberships, we got 1. Seriously. It's something else on YouTube, let me tell you guys. It really is. We just got how many members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's like 10 members, and it claims we got 1. Fucking website. Anyway. Thank you, Vendetta, for the membership. I appreciate that. Eternal says, doesn't watching the Wings video defeat the purpose of the membership goal? As I already said, it looks like we're not hitting the membership goal. People don't seem to be interested in me doing the React video to my own. So we're not. It doesn't matter. If we do happen to hit it, I'll still do it. If we do hit 400 members, I'll still react to my own Down the Rabbit Hole video. I will. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think what people are telling me is we're not interested in that. We'd rather see you do something different. So that's why we're doing the Wings thing on Wednesday. Okay? Okay. What does YouTuber get for a membership? What's the cost and what's the cut one gets? So the cost of a membership is controlled by the YouTuber themselves. You can make it, I think, as low as like $2. You can make it as high as like I think like ridiculously high, like I think $50 or something crazy like that. I don't know because I didn't even look into that. As for the cut, it's more of a cut than on Twitch. On Twitch, it's 50-50. So on Twitch, if you buy a subscription, it's $5. The streamer gets half. Here on YouTube, my membership is $4, and I get just under $2.50 per membership. So it's very close to the same amount I was making on Twitch, yet it's cheaper for you. You see, it's actually a more of a benefit to you guys here on YouTube because it's cheaper. Oh, Fan of Lovecraft, I don't even know what's going on. So I couldn't even answer. I don't even really understand what you mean. So, okay, fair enough. You know better than me, I guess. There's a samurai game called Trek to Yomi. Would I consider playing it? I updated my release schedule, and Trek to Yomi is on there. Very quickly, here's the month of May. Trek to Yomi on May 5th. Evil Dead the game May 13th. There's a Vampire the Masquerade game on the 19th, but I don't know if I'm interested in it. I haven't seen any gameplay yet. Sniper Elite 5 on May 26th. The House of the Dead remake on May 26th. Pac-Man Museum Plus on May 27th. That's the month. Okay? So, just so you guys know, that's pretty much it for May. So we're going to try other stuff to balance in there. Alright? Alright. Am I going to do the Phil's Day Off segment? Well, we kind of got distracted, didn't we? Right? And we're kind of out of time. I'd like to start the game. We can do Phil's Day Off tomorrow. In reality, there's not that much to talk about. I have an update on ants. And I wanted to talk about some food that we tried. But I think that I wanted to get to the subject at hand, the big one. And I think that maybe we could do that tomorrow. Okay? That way I'm not sitting here on a pre-stream for 14 hours. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time to end the pre-stream. Alright, let's end it. And I'm just going to run to the restroom quickly. And then we're going to get started with Lego. Some nice relaxing Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga today. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Whew. Why not do Phil's Day Off when I'm playing the game? We could. If you guys still want to hear about me talk about my day off, I could do that when I play the game. This is definitely the game for that. Because we're still doing open world exploration. And I could maybe try to do some of the optional stuff while I tell you. Okay? The thing is, though, I know that there's people who specifically watch the podcast and they like that segment, and they're going to miss out. They're like, oh, I have to watch Star Wars to hear it, you see? They may be upset. Okay, anyway, guys, let's end the pre-stream and let's get started. Here we go.